Morning everyone. So this morning I'm wearing red, and the reason I'm wearing red is because I'm going to be talking about doing. And what we're going to be talking about is people who have problems with to-do lists and getting the stuff done on them. So remember the 3 green behaviours to start with: thinking, communicating and improving. Those are the 3 things that if you have them in your diary in the right proportion will take you, your business and your organisation upwards, make them better. Versus the amber behaviours, monitoring and directing. There are 2, and those are the things that if you have those in your diary in the right proportion will mean that you maintain status quo, keep things the same and manage risk. Then you have the red things and the brown things, red doing and brown floating, and those, if you have them in your diary too much, will see your organisation, your people and you go backwards. So the reason I'm talking about red is because of a recent diary detox workshop that I did with an executive team, and at the very end of it I was helping one of the attendees go through their weekly diary detox. Now that's probably not that relevant, but one thing that sprung to mind as soon as we started doing it is they pulled out 2 or 3 pieces of paper full of to-dos, and I asked the question, what are these? And basically they didn't want to ever lose any ideas that they'd had or lose any to-dos that they'd thought of during the day or during the evening or even during the night. And there were 3 lists. And so one of the things we spoke about first of all was how to get those into one place. And we spoke about using Outlook and tasks and setting dates for those, etc. But one of the challenges is that they said, well, the thing is, even though I have these to-dos, I very, very rarely get a chance to do them. Or if I have to do them, it normally leaks into other time, so after work is finished. And what we spoke about was two techniques for making sure that you get to-dos done if you do write them down. And the first one that I tend to use is I don't have a to-do list. As soon as something comes up that I have to do, and don't forget doing is red, is I will put it into my diary. I'll put it straight there, because the only time you get to do the things on a to-do list is when you have time to do them. And when do you have time to do them? Well, when there's nothing in your diary. So why not just go straight to some space in your diary and insert the to-do there? So that's the way I do it. And that's how I would generally recommend doing it. The only thing is that some people have some really nitpicky to-dos, like really small things. And putting each of those into your diary can seem like a bit of a faff. So what we spoke about was, I said, well, okay, let's say that you have 1 to-do list now. You got rid of 3, you're now down to 1. Roughly, on average, every day, how long do you need to do the average list of daily to-dos? And they had a look at it and they said, well, I reckon in the first instance, if I could have a couple of hours to do my to-dos, then it's becoming quite comical now, then I'd be okay. And so what we did is we said, well, okay, why don't we just block out 2 hours in your diary every day where you do your to-dos? And it was such a simple thing that hadn't really occurred before. And that's what they did. They basically put a 2-hour block in their diary every day as part of the weekly diary detox. So 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. And you can choose to move that. You can choose to do something else if you want to. But at least to start with, you've set the intent of having a specific amount of restricted time to get through any to-do list that you create. If you get through them quicker than 2 hours, well, then you've just got some time back. Brilliant. But if not, at least you get 2 hours to run at something. Really simple tip, and that's it for today. Just wanted to talk about to-dos, how to have some techniques to make sure you actually get some of them done. That's it for now. It's a bit of a rainy Monday, but have a great day and have a great week.